I can't. Hello, my wonderful friends. Magus here. I've tried to make this video so many times. I cannot do it. I'll be back again. Okay. I'm trying. Oh my God. When I see, because I can see my face in the camera here, and when I look at that hat, I can't stop laughing. I was crying. So I'm going to take it off for a minute so I can compose myself. But this is my idea of humor after I haven't had a lot of sleep. The dogs kept me up all night. It was our anniversary of this channel. I was up till 1 a.m. making the video. I put out new music. I wanted it out at midnight on our anniversary. I'm tired. This might not even be funny to anyone else, but I find it hilarious. So this is my political video. Here we're going into elections. And you know, MAGA, now it's Make America Great Again, but that used to be our council, right? MAGA, it was a council of the Magi that had been around forever, long before, Trump got a hold of it. And this got me thinking about this. Someone in the comments, jokingly, obviously, said Magus 2024. And so I started thinking, well, I can't use MAGA. And so I came up with FAGA, fake America great again. Now, before you get angry, please understand, I love America. I think it's the best. But it's never been really God. They say it's based on God and the Bible, and that it's been great. But if you really go back to the history and look at it, it's never been built on true godly principles. It's been built on violence and war and greed and things. And don't get me wrong, I live a good life. I have everything I could ever want. I love living in America. I couldn't imagine anywhere else. But it's still, I don't like some of the things at the foundation. And so I came up with fake America great again. But how about we really make America great? How would we do that? Right? We would have to get real honest. We'd have to go back to the Magi teachings of good is good, bad is bad. We'd have to restore God's image. Matter of fact, today. So you guys know I love music. I make praise and worship music. And so I'll watch different, Christian praise and worship and different religions and Sufi music and stuff. And after I was watching some praise and worship, a preacher came up. And, I went to Bible college, and I don't remember this story, but I laughed my ass off. He was talking about David was fighting the Philistines, and he brought back to Saul their foreskins. And I was thinking, here in America, we thought the Indians were savages because they would scalp the heads of their enemies. Here, David, thousands of years ago, was scalping the other head of the enemies. Can you imagine that? And I have to laugh my ass off because can you imagine? They go in and the soldiers in a battle, and then at the end, they got to cut their dicks off to take it back. And it's so ridiculous, my friends, but they're calling that God. It's not God because it's not good. And if you go back to the original monotheistic religion that is so reasonable, makes so much sense, we don't have any ridiculous stories like that. My friends, the hero of the Bible of Moses told his soldiers to go in and kill men, women, and children, but they could keep sex slaves. So you have to kill babies, even young girls, right? But if they're of the age of breeding, they're hot babes, you could keep them as sex slaves. Sin somehow didn't get too deep into them, but the children, babies, boys, girls, men, women have to be slaughtered. That is not God. That is not good. But people have built countries on that. My friends, and all the struggles you see. And you know what? I study history. It was one of the subjects I loved in school was history. But you look at Russian history, look at Israel, the Middle East, right? They're always fighting. They're never happy. They got the wrong idea of what good is. You know, in our holy text, it says a good idea can change the world. I got to take this off because it's distracting me. A good idea can change the world. But guess what? So can a bad idea. A bad idea becomes your truth. It becomes your God. It becomes your government. It becomes your country. It becomes your family. It becomes your life. That bad idea. And guys, I've met so many people. They think they're demon possessed. My friends, it's psychological. They are just holding a bad idea. They're playing a bad game. If they get a better idea, and you guys have seen this in the testimonies over the years, people that get a good idea to replace that bad idea, wow, all of a sudden, I don't have OCD anymore. I'm not scared of God anymore and hell anymore. Life is beautiful again. Before I was looking at the world through these dark filters of an angry God and just a dark world. The education, the entertainment, everything dark, everything ugly, everything poisoned. I can't see the beautiful world. But as soon as they get a good idea, a true God idea, everything changes. They're not demon possessed anymore. They're not crazy anymore. The only reason you're crazy because you're playing a crazy game. Get out of the arena. You know, I've talked about this before. I've seen it like an arena, a sports arena, and you just stay in there all the time playing the stupid game, right? Leave the stadium. Go lay out on the beach in the sand. Listen to the seagulls and the waves washing up and down the coast. Feel the sunshine. Be around nice people. Get out of that arena of that horrible, stupid game that they call a good game, a fun game, a God game. It's a lie. You've been lied to, Christian, Jew, Muslim, and that's why you're tortured in your mind. You got a bad idea. You were given a bad God. It's bad energy. You must know the difference from what good is and bad is. The original God doesn't love and hate. He's not at peace and war. Right? He doesn't heal and send disease. He doesn't send his children to hell. He's just good. He don't have to they always tell me, Magus, God has to punish sin. He does not. Sin punishes you. You know, when you cheat on your spouse with some whore, and then your spouse leaves you and takes the kids, and you're stuck with that filthy whore that you can't stand her personality, and is there even a brain in her head, and she's not even that pretty to you anymore? You're living in your own hell. God doesn't have to leave his high station and get angry and hate and kick your ass. My friends, God just stays in the good. My God, my God. This just got serious. I went from laughing so hard that I couldn't make this video to we just hit on something. My friends, we could see a better world, a good world, a God world, but we got to stop faking. We got to stop lying to ourselves. We have to draw a line in the sand, black and white, good and bad. Imagine living from that place, making a world from that place. You know how many billions of dollars we spend on war and guns and bombs and poisons and trying to come up with evil ways to kill the enemy? Let's do it with viruses. And scientists, all that money and brain power we could be putting into loving each other. How can I make my neighbor happier? What can I invent to make his life more joyful? How can I make the world more beautiful? Where can we put this money to good use? A God world, a good world is going to come from a good idea, a God idea. Magus 2024. Well, maybe not this year, maybe down the road, maybe never, but still some good ideas that maybe someone can take and run with. I love, love, love you.